Speedstack 2018 version 1808 is the fourth release of Speedstack in 2018. The following slides give you a brief introduction of some of the key features. Just a quick note before I start with the introduction that if you're currently running Speedstack 2017 or earlier, all Speedstack SI and Speedstack PCB users in your organization need to upgrade together in order to use the 2018 editions. There are three major features and a number of minor features in Speedstack 1808. The first is the ability to import and export files from CAD systems that are compliant with IPC-2581. The second is the addition of 8 new structures, 4 single-ended and 4 differential, that are very useful in flex rigid builds. And the third key feature is the ability to have an on-premise library. We found a number of our customers have restricted internet access, and so using the online libraries is not always available, and the version 1808 now supports an on-premise version of the Polar library, which is easy to navigate. As you can see, we've added IPC-2581 import and export, which means we're now able to import and export stackups from any compatible CAD or other tool system that uses the IPC-2581 format. There's a new dialog which you can see here, which allows you to export either the target impedance or the calculated impedance and control how the data is going to be exported from Speedstack. You can stamp the application that generates the file within this dialog. And you can also check the output data from Speedstack to see if it looks good before you make the export into the 2581 revision B format. We've color coded everything on here, so the color coding is keyed in with the Speedstack color code, so it's very easy to read on the export dialog. Just as an example, this is a file that we've exported from Speedstack revision B into Cadence Allegro, and you can see here all of the information is preserved in Cadence Allegro. You might find on some early versions that the full information isn't there, so you need to check on the version of Cadence you're using to make sure that you're able to spec both the conductors, dielectric prepregs, dielectric cores within Allegro. You can now also import from IPC-2581 revision B. And again, we've developed a new dialog to bring in the 2581 import. You can see here a revision number has come in from the CAD system. We've shown the name of the CAD system here, so it's Allegro and revision 17.2, and the vendor is Cadence. And you can see down here the conductor, dielectric prepreg, plane, prepreg, core, and so on, all the information that's brought in to the stack up from Cadence. The completed stack ready for further analysis and processing is shown here in Speedstack. You might find that some EDA tools define all layers as dielectric materials or core materials, and you can't make a stack which is completely out of cores. There's no prepreg to stick the cores together. So depending on who's designed the stack up or what version of CAD system you're using, you may have to do a little bit of tidying up on the CAD data when you import and change the appropriate dielectric layers into dielectric core or into dielectric prepreg. So you can right click on any layer and set the material from core to prepreg or to adhesive if it's a flex rigid build. Once you've made those changes, then the final stack is imported correctly into Speedstack. If you don't change cores and prepregs to the correct material types, you'll notice design rule check errors within Speedstack, as it's quite correctly saying you can't bond cores to cores. About 50% of Speedstack customers use Speedstack for flex rigid builds, and a number of structures have been made available. In particular, coplanar, strip and waveguide structures are now supported within Speedstack. We used to support these in SI 8000 and SI 9000, and Speedstack 2018 has added all of these 4 coplanar offset strip structures both in single-ended and differential variants. Here in detail are the 4 offset coplanar strips 1B2A, coplanar waveguide, and 2B2A structures for when you've got multiple dielectric layers within a flex rigid build. Of course, these will work for rigid stack-ups too. And they're equivalent as differential structures. The last key feature in version 1808 is the ability to have an on-premise version of the Polar Material Library. The online libraries proved to be very, very popular with Speedstack, but a number of our customers said that they have restricted internet access for security reasons, and they'd like to be able to have the same functionality, but from an on-premise server. So now this new mode, on-premise mode, is added. Selecting this and getting the libraries from PolarCare, placing them in on a server drive on your own network, you can then navigate the material libraries in the same way as you would with an online library. So there you have it. In summary, a very powerful update to Speedstack 2018, and please do contact your local Polar office for information regarding evaluation and upgrading. As I noted earlier, because of significant licensing changes, if you're not already on version 18, you do need to plan the upgrade from version 17 or 16 to version 18. If you're on version 1801, 1803 or 1805, then the upgrade is straightforward. Thank you for watching this brief introduction to Speedstack 2018 version 1808. And if you've liked the information that I provided, please do subscribe to the Polar YouTube channel, where there are technical tips and hints as to how to use the products and application support too. Thanks once again, and if you want more information, please do contact your local Polar office.